On the news tonight, President of the Senate seeks collaboration with Serbia Parliament. National Assembly postpones resumption of plenary. Just as Kaduna Assembly constitutes fact-finding committee of inquiry to look into loans acquired by the state government in the last 8 years. Good evening and welcome to NTA Parliamentary News. I am Praise Nwachuku. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, is seeking parliamentary collaboration between the Nigerian Parliament and its Serbian counterpart. Akpabio, at a meeting with the President of the Serbia Parliament, Ms. Ana Brnabic in London, extensively discussed issues of mutual interest to both nations and how to improve parliamentary collaborations between Serbia and Nigeria. The meeting, which was at the request of Ms. Brnabic, also discussed matters relating to the International Parliamentary Union. Senator Akpabio was recently elected into the Executive Committee of the IPU, a role he has been playing successfully in the last few months, specifically his thought-provoking appeal on the needless bloodletting in Gaza and the call for a ceasefire at the just concluded meeting of the body in Geneva, Switzerland. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has assured Nigerians that delay in pensions and gratuity will no longer be acceptable, considering the hardship being faced by retirees after service. At a public hearing with stakeholders on the plight of retirees under the Contributory Pension Scheme, House Committee on Pensions calls for the review of the Pension Act 2004 for effective service delivery. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports that the meeting came as a result of a motion moved on the floor of the House following a complaint by a retiree relating to payment from his pension fund administrator, PFA.
This is not all about me or about us, it's about Nigerian and Nigerians. And we should take this as serious as possible, because we are not joking. We are not sitting down here to receive documents.
This is a mandate given by this committee by the 10th House of Representatives at plenary. We should do this investigation thoroughly and report back.
Responding to issues raised by members of the committee, Chief Executive Officer of PFAs and representative of DG PENCOM Commission provided explanations and promised to address them.
I want to emphasize that probably at the inception of this contributory pension scheme, if I remember correctly, the liabilities of government alone were in the region of about 2 trillion naira. Today, payouts alone from 2007 to date are in excess of 2.7 trillion naira, and we are fast approaching 3 trillion naira.
Pensioners have collectively contributed 9.94 trillion naira into their retirement savings account as at December 2023. However, the PFAs have effectively managed and expanded these funds, resulting in a remarkable growth to a staggering 18.36 trillion naira, nearly double of what has been contributed.
The committee mandated all PFAs and National Pensions Commission to come with detailed relevant documents for scrutiny next sitting. The resumption of plenary at the Senate, which was earlier postponed to Tuesday, 23rd April 2024, has further been postponed to Tuesday, 30th April 2024 at 11 a.m. Chairman, Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, while confirming the postponement, explained that the shift is to enable completion of renovation, as it is anticipated that plenary sitting will be held at the main chamber of the Senate upon resumption. In a related development, the House of Representatives has announced a further shift of resumption date from its current recess. The House will now resume plenary on Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. House spokesman Akin Rotimi says the new resumption date is aimed at giving lawmakers more time for constituency outreach. and to secure adequate input in the constitution review process. He says the shift in resumption of plenary will also enable the Green Chamber prepare adequately for forthcoming legislative summits on state police, tax reforms, and digital transformation. Well, it's now time to pause for some messages. The news continues with stories from the state assemblies shortly.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
You're watching Parliamentary News, reaching you from NTA Parliament, Abuja. You can follow the platforms on the screen for more updates. The Ogun State House of Assembly has passed the State House of Assembly Service Commission Amendment Law 2024. And the passage of the bill followed the presentation of the committee report by the Chairman, House Committee on Establishments and Public Service Matters, Babatunde Taylor, seconded by Adeyanju Adegoke and supported by the whole House. Parliamentary correspondent Yemi Dalemo reports on this and other engagements of the lawmakers.
The bill, which was read and adopted clause by clause before the Committee of Whole, after which the motion for the third reading of the bill was moved by the Majority Leader Yusuf Sherif, seconded by Minority Leader Lukman Adeleye and supported by the whole House through a unanimous vote. The Deputy Clerk of the House, Fumilayo Adeyemi, took the third reading of the bill before the lawmakers, while the Speaker, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, directed that the clean copy of the bill be forwarded to the State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, for his assent.
You are a clean copy of the law. To the Governor, Omoba Emmanuel Abiodun, MFR, still for his assent.
Speaker of the House also announced that the Assembly will hold a public hearing on the proposed State Rural and Semi-Urban Integration Development Law 2023 next month at the Assembly Complex in Abeokuta. The lawmakers thereafter visited the Olu of Ilaro and Paramount ruler of Yewa Land, Oba Kehinde Olugbenle, at his Ilaro Palace to solicit the support of the royal father for quality representation and good governance in Ogun State. The royal father commended the House for the passage of the Ogun State Obas and Chiefs Law, however, advocates some supplements to the law to boost the disciplinary function of the traditional institution. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
Ekiti State House of Assembly has approved the handing over of the General Hospital, Ikole Ekiti, in Ikole local government area of the state to the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare for the purpose of its upgrading to Federal Medical Center. The Assembly approved the handing over of the hospital at its plenary following request made by the State Governor, Biodun Oyebanji. Ayodeji Ogunshakin reports.
Following the letter of request by Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji seeking the approval of the House to hand over the General Hospital Ikole Ekiti to the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare for the purpose of its upgrading to Federal Medical Center, Members debated on the request and the benefit such will bring to the people of Ikole-Ekiti, its environment, and the state as a whole.
This request, let us appreciate the president of the country, because according to information, only few numbers of hospitals were upgraded to FMC. And for us having it in the state, kudos to Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, total request. Are you saying this is a very good request? Very good request. Are you saying this is a request that this house will all right.
However, member representing Ikere Constituency 2, Idowu Babatunde, had a dissenting opinion on the siting of the Federal Medical Hospital in the North Central District of the state, saying that Ekiti South Central District should also be considered for the presence of federal establishments.
We have other federal presence around the center and the north, but you cannot find one in the south. Look at federal character in Nigerian constitution. There should be equal distribution of all these federal institutions.
With the contributions by members, the request was put to votes and consequently approved. The House has also passed Ekiti State Local Content First Amendment Bill 2024, following the submission of the reports of the Joint Committees on Works and Transport, Investment, Trade and Industries, Due Process and Sustainable Development Goal. After the presentation of the reports by the chairman of the committee, Tope Longe, and adoption as working document, it was committed to the Committee of the Whole House for the clause-by-clause amendments, and the bill was unanimously passed. The House also raised motion order matter of urgent public importance, condemning attack on Oyo State House of Assembly complex by some alleged group of agitators. From Ekiti State House of Assembly, Ayode Jogunshakin, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has held a public hearing to prefer workable measures to expedite the amendment of a bill seeking to amend and update the Independent Electoral Commission Law, Cap 69, Laws of Akwa Ibom State 2022. Assembly correspondent Nsikak Okon reports that the public hearing, which took place at the Assembly Conference Hall, Uyo, had stakeholders across the 31 local government areas of the state.
Declaring the events open, the Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Ude Omotong, represented by the Deputy Speaker, Kufre Basiedidem, says the bill, aside seeking amendments of the Independent Electoral Commission Law, Cap 69, will create funds for the purposes of making the Akwa Ibom State Independent Electoral Commission truly an independent body. While describing the bill as critical but important to take the Local Government Electoral Act to a higher dimension, also commended the effort and diligence of the committee members towards ensuring speedy passage of the bill.
The governor is doing everything possible to firm up the electoral system at the local government level, proves that the golden era has indeed arrived, and Akwa Ibom will be better for it.
Chairman, House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Mfon Idun, says the law is coming at a time of profound expectations to fill the lacuna in the state and ensure that the bill, when passed into law, will enhance efficiency and boost integrity of the Commission.
The proposed amendment also aims at updating electoral laws in line with the modern and acceptable electoral guidelines.
Chairman, Akwa Ibom State Independent Electoral Commission, Akisiek, Mr. Nyedi Kowak, and other stakeholders observe that some parts of the electoral law is conflicting and that the bill will help to make the electoral system better.
This bill has become very necessary for the good running, not only of Akisiek, but the electoral system. Before now, the electoral law the electoral act had provided some leverage for the state's Independent Electoral Commission to operate using the coverage of the electoral law under the electoral framework.
The intention of lawmaking is that we do not make laws that will not be implemented. So when people begin to observe it, in the breach. And so issues like that will draw the attention, we submit to the committee so that and also provide some underpinnings that can help are there contributors, apart from government, other contributors to the fund? Just like we did with the security fund, will there be statutory contributors and contractors? Are there other means away from the direct funding from the state government?
The Crown views the current local government transition committee arrangement imposed on the 31 local governments in Akwa Ibom State by the state governor, Pastor Omano, on the 7th December 2023 as unlawful, illegal, and unconstitutional, considering the clear provision of Section 7 of the Constitution of the country. Thus, the arrangement cannot qualify as holders of that office under Section 18, sub 2 of the proposed amended Akisek law.
Zika Okon, NTA News.
And still in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution urging the state government to safeguard public property and lives from scavengers through community watch across local government areas in the state. The resolution is sequel to a motion for the ban on scavenging in the state brought before the House by member representing Ona constituency, Sunday Johnny. Nsikak Okon reports.
Mr. Sunday Johnny, who is also the House leader of the 8th Assembly, is worried that some critical investment put together by the Akwa Ibom State government are suffering setbacks due to activities of criminal elements among scavengers operating within the state. Such infrastructure destroyed by some scavengers are school property, manholes, among many others.
Sadly, the activities of scavengers, which led to mindless destruction of school roof, have left the children suffering as they are no longer protected by roof.
In their various contributions, the lawmakers noted that checking activities of these scavengers will not only mitigate their illicit activities, but will also help to tame the tides of insecurity in the states.
On security. While I was engaged with the Speaker, the state government provided 2 security personnel per school across the state. I am not sure that those people are still working or still taking their jobs seriously.
We want to make sure that we stop this particular menace of scavenging. We must also stop the abuse of drugs in our state. Mr. Speaker, it is very important this motion be given a very important as a hearing, because I look at the fact that this can also help to tame the tide of criminality in the state.
In his ruling, the Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udeomotong, directed the Clerk of the House to communicate the resolution of the House to the Executive Governor for implementation in the interest of its people.
Government to re-strategize and reinforce the security architecture of the schools. What we are seeing in these attached pictures is happening. The school that was, built by the government road, people went there and moved everything. It's a serious issue. Those in favor say aye. Those against say the ayes have it.
Meanwhile, a bill for a law to provide for the preservation, protection, restoration and promotion of historical property, cultural heritage and tourist sites in Akwa Ibom State and for connected purposes has scaled through first reading and was referred to the House Committee on Ethics, Rules and Business for rescheduling. Nsikak Okon, NTA News.
Kaduna State House of Assembly has set up a fact-finding committee of inquiry to look into the loans acquired by the state government to terms of reference of acquiring those loans, among other things, in the last 8 years, in the best interest of the state. Miriam Shedrack reports that this is coming on the heels of the town hall meeting held by the state government and relevant stakeholders on the level of indebtedness and financial strength of the state.
There is a contentious issue on the debt profile of the state government to the tune of $587 million. 85 billion naira apart from 115 contractual liabilities, which has generated heat across board.
We have a right to oversight, to investigate, and to find out.
Let us do our job. This committee should also invite whosoever is involved. I suffered a lot.
That is why the Kaduna State House of Assembly is launching an investigation by setting up a 13-man committee to verify whether due process was followed in acquiring the foreign and domestic loans, as well as find out why contractors handling various projects have abandoned the site.
We'll find out to know the position of things, and so that if anybody is involved, whether individual, whether organization, or contractors or contracts are awarded and they are not done properly, we'll definitely recommend for sanctions and for refund of all money regardless of whoever is involved.
Governance is becoming very difficult. So what we are saying is this: let the project that this money were collected for be completed. It's as simple as that. Nobody has problem with anybody.
All parties involved in acquiring the loans will be invited, including speakers of the 8th and 9th Assembly. The committee is given 1 month to report back to the House. The House also confirmed the appointment of Nuhu Gora Shadelafia as the chairman, Kaduna State Legislative Service Commission, following a unanimous decision by the lawmakers to allow their former colleague to take a bow and go. In Kaduna, I am Maria Michael Shadrach, NTA News.
That's the size of our bulletin for this evening. For more updates, kindly follow NTA Parliament on the platforms scrolling on your screen. Thanks for staying with us. And once again, I am Praise Nwachuku. Bye for now.